When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway, like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me.
Sometimes it's good to have personal evidence for something. Personal evidence may be subjective to others, but it's objective for you.
I'm going to stop you right there. No, it isn't. Personal evidence is by definition subjective, as it is dependent on the mind of an individual or an individual's perception for its existence. All personal evidence is open to interpretation and by definition subjective.
So when it comes to Darwinian evolution, what's some personal evidence that Darwinism cannot be true literally? Fair enough, it can be a valid scientific theory, it can be a valid scientific model, theory, paradigm, whatever. It's not true literally.
Oh, this should be interesting. Yes, it clearly fits reality and can be used to make accurate predictions of how organisms changed over time and continue to do so. But it's not true literally.
And it's something very, very simple, and this is something you can try out yourself. Look at the last 24 hours of your day and ask yourself, did the actions I take in the last 24 hours, did I take these actions based upon my own personal survival and my own personal reproduction?
Oh dear, he's doing that thing again. Thinking that theory of evolution by natural selection is an ideology to be followed rather than a scientific model of how things work in nature.
Now, some of those hours, the answer may be yes. So you may have been at work, you may have been eating, you may have been sleeping. These things are required for survival. There may have been a part of the night that you're reproducing. That is also possible. But all 24 hours you were doing something for survival and reproduction? Chances are no.
No, because that's not actually what the theory is, you silly.
And in fact, chances are, if I said to you, the highest rationale for your existence is the survival of your genes and the reproduction of these genes in the gene pool, you would probably say, no, I have a greater purpose. I want to contribute. I want to help the world. I want to do this. I want to do that.
No, I'd say to you, you're okay. You seem to be in a bit of a muddle about how things work.
But from a Darwinian point of view, those things are not really the real goal. The real goal is survival and reproduction.
It's not a game to be played with goals and objectives to obtain. It's simply a model used to make predictions on how the natural world functions. You really seem to have built this entire YouTube channel on a basic misunderstanding of how science works.
So the fact that in the last week or month you may have given charity to somebody that you do not know, you may have given taxes to a hospital, which is the survival of the unfittest, all of these things actually prove that Darwinism isn't actually true, literally.
No, they don't. What they demonstrate is that humans, as a social species, have empathy for each other, which is a useful trait in the continual survival of the species, of the social group. Humans help each other because helping others helps them. That is how social species work.
Because if Darwinism was true literally and we were there purely to survive and reproduce, why would you be watching this YouTube clip? If you're an atheist, why would you be debating against a theist? If you're a theist, why would you be debating against an atheist? Why would we even have religious discourse? Why would we even have questions about man, life, universe? Why we exist? What's going to happen after we die? Shouldn't we be focused on fighting each other for food and reproducing and snatching each other's mates?
humans used to be. Then humans developed larger brains, which grew over millennia. It continued to develop more and more complex and integrated social structures, which prevented a lot of the infighting that would happen in early tribal cultures. And as those social structures got larger and larger and more complex, the species as a whole became more and more numerous and more dominant over the planet.
That's what a good Darwinian sort of view would actually predict.
If you try to replace a religious ideology with Darwinism, yes, certainly. And only people with a complete misunderstanding of what it's supposed to be would ever do that.
So I highly recommend an author, a philosopher who I have recommended previously, David Stove, in his book Darwinian Fairy Tales, because he summarizes it best. Darwinism is an incitement to crime, and that is a fact.
Someone please send him some help. There's only so many times I can say you don't know what science is. Thanks for watching, everyone.